All right, so in this video, we are going to talk about NVIDIA. And why is that? Because in the last video, someone wrote in the comments, let's talk about NVIDIA. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. All right, let's look at NVIDIA and see how high that this thing could actually go. Let's see how it can move. We're going to do it by drawing some simple lines and just keep it real simple and basic. We're going to look at the daily, the weekly, and the monthly, just like we did in Tesla in that last video. All right, so here we are looking at the daily chart. And one of the main things I see is this huge area of resistance that NVIDIA didn't even blink at. It just went through it. It held here for about a day. It looks like about 2 days. And it's already through that one major area of resistance. We have a head and shoulders right here, right? And you know what happens after that, right? These things move. How high does it go? Generally from the neckline to the head, right? The head up to the neckline. So we could actually, get a move similar to that. I'm going to say that'll probably bring us to this area right here, right? This last recent high way back in March 2022. Now, you're probably like, no way. Hey, I'm just looking at the charts. I'm just looking at this head and shoulders, and I'm just kind of drawing how head and shoulders work, right? The move is generally from the top of the head to the neckline, and yeah, that's where it's going to bring me. All right, so anyway, we blew through the level of resistance. We also have these moving averages here, right? The green is the 9, the red is the 20. I like using the 9 and the 20. It's a fast and slow moving average. When the fast moving average crosses over the slow moving average, generally that's a bullish sign. That's a buy signal. You could actually set two moving averages on your charts, and when they cross each other, buy signal. When it goes the other way, sell signal. When that fast crosses the slow on the upside, it's a buy. When it crosses the slow on the downside, it's a sell. And you can see right there, right? Just a few, about a week ago, we had a buy signal just on the moving averages alone. All right, so that's what we see on the daily. Let's go out to the weekly and see what we can see. It's more predominant. I like looking at weeklies and monthlies because I'm more of a long-term trader. And when you look at the weekly and monthlies, it's simple. It really cuts the noise out. You could see exactly what the stock is trying to do. And then look at that breakout, right? Just look how beautiful that is. I'm going to go ahead and clear these lines, clear that drawing set. And let's just draw our major resistance that we just seen on the last chart, right? There it is. Right? Boom. Look at how it just blew out. Unbelievable. That's like the textbook picture perfect breakout for getting above resistance, right? Head and shoulders, right? And I showed you the move that where we could possibly go to. There is some resistance right here, and then of course there's some resistance right here. I keep forgetting this. Let me go back to the daily real quick to show you something. Slow stochastic, it is showing oversold. It's not that important because it could stay up here for a long time. I just want to keep that. I want you to keep that in your mind as we look at these other charts. All right, so let's go back to the weekly. Right? Same thing here with the slow stochastic. It's not quite there yet. It's moving up. And that is the most important thing when I look at the stochastics, the direction, not necessarily if it's in the oversold area or if it's in the overbought area. Hold on, I'm screwing these up. Let me get this right. The overbought area versus the oversold area. Let's go back to the daily. Did I get that backwards? Okay, it's overbought. All right, it doesn't matter. Let's go back to the weekly. I screw it up sometimes. Hey, what are you going to do? No editing here in this video. All right, so right now the slow stochastic is pointing up. That's what is important about this chart, because once it gets into that overbought area, it could stay there a long time. Look at what happened clear back here when it reaches up there, right? So it doesn't necessarily matter. Now, if you analyze this even further, you can see when it's pointing down, you got the sell-off. Pointing down, you get the sell-off. But it's overall in that overbought area. So this kind of keeps, I like it because it's actually pointing up. let's move on. So the general area where this thing will probably stop at, what is that? Right there about the 230? Can we call it that area? And it's not a exact science of where it's going to stop at. It's more like a range, right? So let's call it the 225 to 230 area. Well, maybe right here. Let's go right here. I'm going to take that back because I'm looking at these tails. These tails is kind of strong. When it hit these levels of support, when it was up here, they all bounced sharply. So let's go ahead and remove that to 200. Yeah, the 200 to the 212, right? In that area, that's going to be your next level of resistance. It's almost there right now, right? If I zoom in, it's almost, well, let me fix that, right? And actually hit that area last week and kind of pulled back a little bit. But with the strength of the candle that we've seen, the emotion, the volume, I don't know if, let me see how to put this. Hold on. I'm lost for words here. I don't know if it's going to stop there. It's like a lot of people's trying to get in. We had great volume, not peaking volume, not that explosive volume to where it's like exhaustion, right? So I think we're going to hang out here for a little bit, and we may go higher. And it sounds crazy because if you look at what's going on out there, it doesn't make any sense. And stay tuned to the end of the video because I want to show you another chart where you're going to be like, what the hell is going on? Let's look at the monthly. All right, let's go to the monthly right now. And I'm going to clear all these lines out and remove clear drawing set. The monthly is kind of exciting. With this last, now remember, we have 2 more days for the month, right? But this candle right here is almost, it's not, but it's almost an outside month. It missed it by maybe a few points. It's almost an outside month. This is to come off the low, the head and shoulders, right? We talked about the head and shoulders breakout, and to have a candle like this for the breakout is insane. Now, remember I told you about the slow stochastic? Look at how it looks on the monthly. We're finally breaking out, going to the upside. Lines are expanding just the way I like it. Last time that happened was here. And, of course, here is the move, right? Look at that. I'm just kind of draw it like that. Up. Okay, that's what you need to know. Up. All right, so we're finally doing that again. We got the head and shoulders, inverse head and shoulders. We got the volume, not necessarily with the month, but we got 2 more days to go. And we got the breakout. Look at the downtrend, right? If I could zoom in here a little bit better so you can see that. Look at that downtrend line on the monthly, and then look at the breakout. It's almost textbook. So where's NVIDIA going? Wow, if I just kind of clear my head and just look at these charts, because I'm going to say, man, it's going nowhere. You see what's going on out there? You see what's going on out there? It's going nowhere. Is this a fake out? I don't know. Well, right now we are at that level. Remember I talked about it earlier, right? I do think we're going to blow through this just by the sheer size of this candle, the emotion, the inverse head and shoulders, right? We might hang out here for a little bit. We might pull back for a little bit, but I think we blow through. And then I'm going to say the next area of resistance is in this area, right? So can NVIDIA reach that? What is that? Let's call it 285. I remember it was hanging out there for a while. If I come out to the dailies, let me see. Let's look at that daily area. Yeah, remember we was over here. Yeah, right about 2. Oh, wait a minute. My eyes. Let me go back to that weekly. Yeah, my daily's not going back. But yeah, 2. Yeah, I'm sorry. I said 2. I can't see. 260, this area, 262, right? I'm trying to micro 270. So I'm going to say we going back to that area. Let me pull back to the monthly, zoom in a little bit. Yeah, just right in here, right in this range. Okay, draw that out. There we go. So the 270 to the 280 area, I'm going to say where NVIDIA is going before it actually takes a pause. That's huge, y'all. That's huge. How much is that from here? Well, if I do that right there. It's another 40% higher from here. I know it sounds crazy. I'm just looking at the charts. Just remember, you can have some failed breakouts. You, and generally those are ugly when that happens. Remember I said stick to the end of the video? I want to show you another chart that usually trades like NVIDIA, and that's AMD. Look at what's going on there. Nothing, right? Nothing. So what's up with that? Here is the, kind of it's not, didn't even break out yet. I mean, AMD is still in a downtrend. You can almost call this maybe it's a bear flag forming on AMD on the monthly. The stochastic is trying to, is it going to start to point upward? I don't know, but NVIDIA is already doing that. It already broke out and it's on its way. So, anyway, what do you think? You think it's breaking out? You think it's gonna break down? Are you in it? What kind of option plays you got going on? Are you just in the stock? Are you just watching? Let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching. This is Dre Trades. Hey, if you want me to do a video, put it down there because that's what someone else did for me to do this video. Thanks for watching. This is Dre, and I'm out.